Greetings, duelists! Chaotic Sorceress ZTC here, and welcome to Deck Check-In, where I check in with the decks that I'm currently working on and give you a brief rundown. The current deck we're looking at is Raw Sphere Mode Stun. So let's get straight into it. First we have Angel 01. You can special summon this card from your hand by revealing one level 7 or higher monster in your hand. You can only do that once, and when you do so, you can tribute summon one level 7 or higher monster in addition to your normal summon this turn. Omni Dragon Brotar. If a monster you control is destroyed by a battle or an opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard or hand. Basically, this is a card where if we have to try our best not to get destroyed after Raw Sphere Mode may be annihilated or taken out somehow, or you haven't fully powered Raw Sphere Mode yet and need a way to stall, this is something. Next, we have a couple of aces. Draw power, flip a coin. It can also be used as one of the material for summoning Raw. Brow Huntsman. If discarded, draw one card. We're running dangers, so the discard ability is helpful. Danger Jackalope. If discarded, special summon a monster from the deck. And you know the basic danger abilities as well. Discard one card randomly, draw a card afterwards, if not this card, and summon it. This one special summons itself if discarded. That being Danger Tsuchinoko and Danger Jackalope. Danger Jackalope being the first one, Tsuchinoko being the second. Danger Chupacabra, if discarded, special summon a danger monster other than itself from the graveyard. Danger Mothman. If discarded, draw one card and discard one card. Danger Nessie. If discarded, add one danger monster from your deck to your hand. Danger Bigfoot. If discarded, destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Danger Thunderbird, or one of their face-up cards. Danger Thunderbird being the opposite, destroy one of their set cards. Summoner Monk. If this card is normal or flip summoned, change this card to defense position. Once per turn, you can discard one spell, special summon one level 4 monster from your deck. But that monster cannot attack this turn. Basically, this is a way to cheat out Hardened Arm Dragon, which is a heavy part of this deck. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending one level 8 or higher monster from your hand to the graveyard. We have a lot of ways to make it so we can just normal summon this, but if in a pinch you need to, you can tribute or send one level 8 or higher monster from your hand to the graveyard, since we do have those. If you tribute this card for the tribute summon of a level 7 or higher monster, that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. Hence, this is really good for Raw Sphere Mode, because we'll get to that. Exodius. This is a monster we can special summon by shuffling all monsters in your graveyard into the deck / extra deck. That's all we care about with this monster, because the plan is once we get out Raw, we wait until we can get one of these and either like something like a Danger Thunderbird to discard for Hardened Armed and summon Hardened Armed, summon Exodius, send monsters back to the deck, and then summon out another Raw. Because, this doesn't have a 60 card deck, so you need to recycle your deck. And you don't want to get hit with a lava golem. Anyways, on to Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere Mode. The main heavy hitter of this deck. It requires 3 tribute summons from either side of the field to normal summon to that side of the field. Cannot be normal set. Then shift control to this card's owner during the end phase. Yeah, we're going to be summoning it on our side. Because here's the biggest part of its ability. Cannot attack. Your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. That means if this is the only card on the field, your opponent can't attack you. Or by card effects. You cannot target this card with card effects. Or your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Which is pretty great. And then bring out Hardened Arm Dragon to make it so that when it is tributed, Raw Sphere Mode cannot be destroyed by card effects. Therefore, semi-towers. Ish. Semi-towers-ish. Not full towers, but pretty close. Pretty capable of being annoying. Then we've got Upstart Goblin. Draw 1 card, then your opponent gains 1,000 life points. Dark World Dealings. Each player draws 1 card, then discards 1 card. You can use this in conjunction with Brow. You've got 2 of those. Allure of Darkness. We have a lot of dark monsters. This is just to reset your hand, for the most part. Don't banish Exodius. Cup of Ace. Flip a coin. If heads, draw 2. Tails, your opponent draws 2. It's just really good if you can get heads. Card Advance. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Then place them on the top of the deck in any order. You can tribute summon 1 monster in addition to your normal summon / set this turn. You can only gain this effect once per turn. This is an alternate possibility for Angel 01, but we can still summon Angel 01 just for the sake of it, but it makes it so we can bring out Hardened Arm Dragon normal. And it looks at the top 5 cards from our deck, which is extremely helpful when you have both of these in hand. Card Advance and the True Name. Declare 1 card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand. Then you can add to your hand or special summon 1 divine monster from your deck, otherwise send it to the graveyard. Basically, this is pretty grand because you can add one of your Raws to your hand, and then, well, makes it a lot easier to summon Hardened Arm Dragon. And then shove Raw on top of it. It's just, meh. Yeah. The only ones that matter of all of these monsters, none of them matter except for about 2 of them. Akashic Magician. If you summon 2 of the same danger monster on the same turn, you can link them together, and if you have a 3rd danger monster on the field, you can send that one back to the hand by its effect. If this card is link summoned, return all monsters this card points to the hand. You can only link summon it once, so that's why you can only have 1 of them. I guess Code Doctor could be helpful because of its inability to be destroyed by battle or card effects while it points to a monster, but you know. Also, Saryuja. Summon it with 4 monsters. Or with 3 for just the special summon. It can also be used to special summon out Hardened Arm Dragon in a pinch. And its draw 4, place 3 at the bottom of your deck is pretty great, depending on how many cards are in your hand. Overall, that's the big gist of it. I don't think there's any changes in this, depending on the version of, like, TCG Master Duel. I don't believe so, from what I know. But anyways, we now move on to the in-practice part of the video. Have fun watching that. Hi, Future Chaotic here. Add one Ojama Pink to that deck. I forgot about it, but the Xyz deck cup version had it in it. It has the ability where if it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, draw one card, discard one card. So similar to Mothman, but without the danger abilities. Anyway, that's it. Onto the regularly scheduled program. Alright. This was during the Xyz event. It's actually, like, nearly over at the time of recording this. So, we start off with Brow, Danger Mothman, Cup of Ace, Card Advance, and the True Name. Going to activate Cup of Ace. Flip Tails, our opponent draws 2. Activate Card Advance. Change the cards. Activate True Name. Call it correctly since we know what it is. It's a couple of aces. Add couple of aces to hand. Add raw to hand. Activate couple of aces. Activate heads. And that allows us to draw 2. We send Exodius to special summon Harnarm Dragon, and due to card advance, we're able to normal summon Brow, which then allows us to, with card advance, tribute summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. Sphere mode. Now it cannot be destroyed by battle, by card effects, or targeted by card effects, as shown here. What our opponent does is now meaningless. If they had actually been playing a real Galaxy Eyes deck and not had 3 monsters in their extra deck, perhaps it would have gone better for them. However, now we just wait. It doesn't matter what they do. Galaxy 100? Nah, that's not gonna work. Sorry. Everything past here does not matter. They set 2. Still doesn't matter. We draw Allure of Darkness. Still doesn't matter. They access Photon. Whatever. Activate Photon Change. Doesn't matter. I've got 7,300 attack on the board. Still doesn't matter. We draw the next Raw. I only have 2 Raws currently because I'm low on ultra rare material. UR material, whatever you want to call it. We draw Tsuchinoko. We're now at 6 cards in hand. They add a card to material on their Xyz. Doesn't matter. We're never declaring that attack. We discard Ojama. to quicken the pace. I discard Mothman thinking it would work. It didn't. We nearly have all the cards to create the next Winged Dragon of Ra and reset our deck. We activate Danger Thunderbird, yoinking their set card. They set another card, which still doesn't matter. We grab True Name, doesn't really matter. In fact, we're going to discard it now. They gain 500 life points for flipping it. However, that's not helping them, because that's not our win con. We're now at turn 20. They tribute it to Galaxy Soldier. They have enough to one-shot us if only they actually had a card that could destroy this. But they don't. From my knowledge, they do not. We now have all we need to summon the next Raw Sphere mode. But that doesn't matter, does it? We discard, I believe that was Brotar? Yes. Now we discard Danger Mothman, activate it to draw and discard, setting the deck a bit down even more. Turn 29. We do not end up activating the next Raw Sphere mode. And our opponent fails their connection. This is what happens when your deck takes a long time to go through. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. I have plans to make this worse. And with that, if you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing. And if you think you know of some cards I could add to the deck, feel free to share them in a comment in the description below. It's really appreciated. It's really hard to find cards that work with things like this. Maybe a card that makes it so Raw Sphere mode isn't affected by spells or traps, or monster effects. Maybe a spell that or trap that does that. I don't know. It'd be pretty helpful though. Adios.